This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk on two different things, and it's, one, to talk to my younger audiences, because I know some of you guys, it trips me out to know that there's kids in high school and stuff watching my videos and things. I think the youngest, I can't remember if he's in middle school or high school. I think next time if I talk to him, because he joins my streams at times. I'm like, next time he joins, if I remember to, I got asked, like, wait, man, are you in your final years of middle school or are you in high school? I think he just started high school. I think so. But anyways, regardless of who you are. But no, talking to my audience that's still in school and stuff, I wanted to talk on to them, so it's like a 2-for-1 special pretty much, but it all falls together in a way. But no, growing up, overall getting older, how is that and stuff, so I will be talking on that, and then also cutting people off. Now, it all does, fall all together and things, because as you grow up, you will have to cut some people off. You sit down and think about it. When you was in elementary, you was friends with the whole classroom, depending on, growing up and stuff. But at one point in time, you was cool with everybody, right? And the group was big. Y'all was chilled. Y'all was, was just chilling and things. As you got fast forward, you're in middle school, done half that. The group then became half. So let's say if it was 24, now it's 12. Now it's just 12 of you guys sitting amongst each other and stuff so that's kind of halfway through middle school. High school then came and then got not as short, but then got somewhat shorter, because maybe some kids might go to a different school, or maybe they find some other friends that they was chilled with, that they're more chilled with them than they are with you and your group. So now it then got shortened down to 8 people, right? So it ain't a big crazy number, but then it gets to a point in time where you guys after school, you guys done graduated and whatever, now then gotten shortened down to 4 people. And then it's just only the 4 of you guys that's chilling than everybody else, and that's the thing, because when you're getting older, also, your friends is also getting older too. I don't think a lot of people realize that. You see yourself getting older, but then you look around and then you got some friends that's, moving across the country to start some fancy job. You got some other friends that's leaving the country to go to school. I have friends that legit, went to Europe to go to college out there, because it was, I gotta ask them again how that was overall set up and stuff. I don't know, I might do a special podcast episode talking on that, giving out advice on that and things, but just, telling, making sure I give my credit to my friends that's telling me about that stuff. But anyways, you got that, and then, I feel it's okay, I said, did I say anything about getting married? If I didn't, then yeah, it's you guys, then you got other friends out there that's getting married, having kids. It's crazy, because I had to say, one of my closest friends, seeing him have a kid, it was wow. It wasn't even something that was shocking, I never thought he would have a kid, but it was just all dang, him too? It's crazy, because you see everybody, but then it's you don't really, I guess, expect it. It ain't something that it's I'm, don't want to see it, or I don't think it's never going to happen, but it's it catches you by surprise, I guess. So, it's not a bad surprising, but a good surprising. Hey, yo, that's dope. Congratulations and stuff. So, but anyways, it gets to a point where it's that, and then when you guys get even older, then it just, it gets to a point in time where you're by yourself, all right? It gets to a solid moment where you are by yourself. Now, you have a choice on whether, but I feel unless you want to be by yourself, then that's chill. You could do that, or, just start up a relationship, with somebody and things, and then just do the same thing everybody else is doing, if you want to. But like, but like I was saying, like, you have a choice on whether you want to be around people or just be alone and stuff. And the thing is like, there's nothing wrong with either options. I feel like if you're alone, you get a lot more things done because you don't really have to worry about people. And with me, I'm like, fam, like I had to say, like, if I probably would have been in a relationship, had a kid and all that stuff, there have been a lot of things I wouldn't have been doing. I had to throw like some haymakers in my content creating career. So like save up, make one big move, save up, make another. But I'm like, I've made so many moves because I have so much time with content creating and stuff. So yeah, it's like with content creating, it's like, yeah, I was able to get thousands of videos uploaded on YouTube. I was able to get, a crap ton of videos uploaded onto TikTok, build up a social media career and stuff. But I feel like, when I look at a lot of my friends, it's like, unless that's what you really want to do, you work towards that stuff and things. And I do feel like as you get older, you do develop more of a working, aspect of you and stuff. Because I remember, so like when I was working at that cafe in Seattle, I remember when I very first started, it took me it was more so like trying to remember everything and then just try to like understand all that stuff. Cause it was a lot to take in and things. Like I'm saying like where I work, it depends because if it's a big like place you gotta work in and then there's a lot to remember and stuff, you develop it. But I feel like that the best way I feel like to go about it is to start off small and then work your way up to like the big leagues, work your way up to like big places. Or you could just develop all that strength right then and there, like within a year or however long it takes. Because it took me within a year, like not even that, like honestly a few months, and I was like, and I had like all that stuff down and things. But it was a lot to take down and things. And then I feel like once you've had that like part of you where it's like you're just working nonstop working and stuff, and then you go to something that's a little bit smaller, I feel like that you have that knowledge and you have that strength and that power to just in energy to just be like killing it with whatever you're doing and stuff. So because I'm like, when they'll switch me to like another building in the area and stuff, and we'll have it where I gotta like work there and and try to do smaller stuff, and I'm all like, bro, I got all this energy, I'm like, I got all this strength, I'm like, let me do more. I'm like, this ain't enough, I need to do more. I'm like, nah bro, put me in the busy area, so I feel like that develops, just a hard-working person. It's like, it's a lot that develops, but I feel like a lot of times, like, you already are developing that stuff when you're younger, when you're in school and things. Like, if you're one of those kids that you had like a hobby to do at home or a hobby to do at school, like a lot of times that stuff is carrying on with you even after. So like being a hard player during football or something, or being a good basketball player, or being a good football player, good basketball player, good tennis player, being good at chess, being good at video games, being good at math, being good at whatever it is that you really are a fan of, like you carry on with that stuff like even after high school and things. So let's say for an example, you have weight training, you love weight training, you had weight training all 4 years of you being in high school, right? And then you're all like, man, I want to do more of that. So you find more things to do with weight training. You could become a bodybuilder. You could become a workout social media influencer and stuff. Because I feel like a lot of times, like, a lot of jobs that's out there is like social media related. So let's say if you get into fashion when you're in school and stuff, you're all about that, and you're creating these like crazy looking shirts or pants or customizing shoes. Saying like social media, all that stuff is right there. Like with any job out there, I'm telling you right now, you can post about that stuff on social media and make some money on the side. I'm saying like you could I've seen people become like welders and they post that stuff on social media and things, and it gets like 100 and something thousand likes because that's, like people be loving that stuff. People, you gotta understand, that's one thing about like growing up, is that, like, obviously you're going to be on social media a lot when you're in your younger ages and stuff. But as you get older and things, and then you just really have, like, that freedom of social media. Because I feel like, when you're probably in high school and middle school, like, when you just overall, like with the parents and things, I feel like you're kind of limited. And with me, I wasn't really limited, but it was more so it's like, of course, you know, you're going to want to spend time with the family, but I feel like once you're just kind of like on your own with whatever you want to do and stuff, then yeah, you might find yourself on social media. So like if you are looking for some jobs, I'm telling you, social media, you go on TikTok, guarantee you're going to be able to find at least one job on there. All right. So anyways, but yeah, you know, it's like there's that. What other things are, you know, to talk on with growing up and things, but yeah, you know, like you grow older and it's no problem or no issue with that. I feel like the way to like grow older and stay younger is like you just gotta keep being active. You know, you just gotta still keep like that personality and stuff with you, like just kind of keep it in the holster, but you know, and only take it out when you need to. And that's overall like, you know, having fun, still, you know, being a kid and things, because I feel like when you have that to like look at and stuff, like I feel like life as you get older doesn't, you know, become stressful or too much for you, because you know you just still got that fun personality and things. So I feel like when you're living life like that, then it's chill, it's fine, you know, it's cool. But, you know, overall, like, you know, but don't be like a kid 24/7 and things. Like, no, like, you guys still be out there doing adult things and stuff. So, yeah, it's like me. I know I have fun with content creating and stuff, but I'm like, I be treating it like it's a real job. Going, like, you know, freaking over extended hours and all that crap. Overtime. That was the word I was looking for, overtime. And I was like, bro, what's that word that they use when they're working past their, like, working hours? I'm all like, this is a word that I've used. I've done this. I have done this numerous times. How do I not know this word? But no, like, you know, it's all about, I feel like that's like I was saying though, you know, you just overall gotta to like grow older and but stay younger. It's like, yeah, you know, just have fun. Don't look at life as like one big stressful ride and stuff. So but anyways, now that I've talked on that, then I feel like the other thing, but it's like leading into the second segment of this podcast episode, is cutting people off. Now, yes, as you get older, are you going to be cutting off a lot of people? Yes, and it's something that's just going to happen, like, it's going to be a mutual cutoff. Like, both of you guys had, like, decided, like, hey, you know what? If we just see each other, we'll say hi, nod our heads, sit down, talk about life or whatever. And, you know, you have that option whether you can go and talk with that person again or just, you know, remain, like, distant friends or something. But, yeah, it's like, or it could be a situation where, like, you just don't even talk to that person. You deleted their social media information, their phone number, all that. You don't want nothing to do with that person. And I feel like the only reason why stuff like that would happen is if things had ended on bad terms. So, yeah, if things had ended on bad terms, then, yeah, you know, it's like, then it's, I feel like cutting off people, it is going to be like, dang, man, I really had to cut that person off. But at the same time, it's like, you know, what did you really expect? Like, do you want to continuously keep getting hurt by a person, or do you want to, like, you know, live a stress-free life? Like I was saying, it's like, you know, don't think of life as one big stress, you know, ride. And it's like, if you gotta cut people off to like eliminate that stress, and it's like, fam, do what you gotta do. It's like, who's honestly gonna get mad at you? You ain't talking with that person no more. So it's like I'm saying, so like, yeah, it's like, you know, you just, at times, you just gotta cut people off. And then if it's like a mutual cutoff, I feel like, you know, you guys are like still distant friends. Like, you ain't gonna be going around like talking bad about each other and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, you just overall like, you cutting off a person, then that's how it is to it. Now, have I had to cut off a lot of people growing up? Yes, I have. Like, you start that stuff kind of like when you're in school, because when you think about it, like, you was friends with the whole classroom and stuff. You would talk with the whole classroom because that's what kids do. Kids just be going around starting other conversations with people. And then next thing you know, you were friends with the whole class. Like, I remember in elementary, whole classroom, friends with everybody. Like, there were some kids I wasn't really talking to on a regular basis compared to, like, some of the other kids that was in the class. But friends with the whole class. As I got older, it, like, cut down to, like, half of that. I only would be cool with that person if I was in the same classroom as them. But then that's another thing. Kids start going to different schools. So you really won't see them again until you added them on social media, or yeah, you've seen them in like the recommended followers or friends section of social media, like Facebook, Instagram, you know, whatever it is. But anyways, yeah, you'll see that. And then, but and then it's like, then in middle school, it's like, yeah, there's that going on and stuff. And then, you kind of had that option of still being friends. But like I said, like school is just like, it's a cycle. It's the same thing over and over again. School, work, friends is there. Friends may go to another school, another state, city, whatever. But it's the same thing over and over again. Like, you're going to be cycling through so many different friends. And it's like, whoever is there on the other end, because like, yeah, you'll have it where it's like you start school and then you cool with people and stuff, and it's like who's ever there after all the smoke done cleared and you've graduated, you no longer gotta go to school. And what's crazy is that you're gonna probably end up becoming friends with people that you wasn't even chill with in school. Fam, like the amount of people that I talk to like now, and I've seen these same people like throughout school. Seen the same people throughout school, and I talked to them more than people that I was chilling with on a regular basis in school. So you would think like it would be the other way around, like the people that I was in classrooms chilling with and stuff. Like I had you think I'd be cool with them till this day, and I'm like I'm not. Like honestly, like there's a lot of friends I've had to cut off and stuff, and yeah, somewhere it's just a mutual cutoff, or then it was someday, it's like, overall, like, yeah, it's like, I'm not chill with that person, or, they've done some things, I'm like, yeah, it's like, or said some things, I'm like, I really don't want to, be chill with that person, and then it's even, like, after that, it's like, and it's, the thing is like, school ain't no different than, like, the real world and things, because as you also are getting older, there's gonna be people that you might meet in your 20s, or wherever and stuff, you chill with those people. As you get older, you gonna most likely cut them off. So like, I feel like that life, like, all aspects of life, like all different time periods of your life ain't gonna be no different in things, because yeah, there's people even now where I've had to cut them off, it's a mutual cutoff, or it's overall, like, I had to cut them off because I'm like, it's like they done and said things, and I'm like, okay, I'm not chill with that. And it's like, and I'll tell you, or it's either I'm going to tell you that I'm not chill with that, or I'm just going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to, wait until whenever, and then just like, just cut that person off completely. Cause no, I'm saying like, there's, I had to say like now I'm finding myself where it's like, if there's a person out there where I just feel like that, ain't nothing like ain't no communication and things, like, I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know what? It's gonna get to a point in time where it's like, we either unfollow each other or remove each other as followers, whatever, and then, yeah, we just, because I feel like a lot of times, like, you're gonna be more so friends with people through social media, like, unless you're one of those people that just, you do things the old-fashioned way, and you be going out, meeting up with people and stuff, yeah, y'all can do that, but I feel like a lot of times, like, you're gonna most likely cutting off, like, social media friends and stuff, like, you just don't talk with them and things, leave them on red, all that crap, and yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy how life is like that and things, but hey, it's like, you cut people off, so it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, it shouldn't, unless it was like somebody that you were super cool with and super chill with, I feel like that should be the only time when it affects you and stuff, because yes, there have been people where I've been like super chill with them, and I've had to, like, cut them off. And it's like, it's, it's a pain. It's hurtful. It's like, you have to do stuff like that. But, if, my thing is this, like, because I had to say, like, one of the most recent situations, and I really, because there's going to probably be at times where you really just don't know where you stand in a person's life. I feel like, you're going to deal with that, like, all aspects of your life. It ain't even going to be, like, at just certain moments. You're going to, like, deal with that, I feel like, in all aspects of your life where you don't really know where you stand. So there is overall a mutual person that we both know. And I've told them how, like, weird and shady this person is, but, overall it wasn't really no, like hearing me out on the situation. And then it's like still seeing them being chilled and cool with that person. It's stuff like that, where it's like, they still talking with this person and things. And it's like, fam, I told you how this, and then that's the thing where it's like, as you're like growing up, and I guess going back to the first segment, it's like, as you're growing up, stuff like that, you just got to let it go. Like, you honestly have to let it go. That's honestly the best advice that I could give you. It's like, there's going to be a lot of things in life where you just got to let it go. And, you can't be that kid where you want to fight for it or do things or whatever. It's like, you just got to let it go. Like, if that person don't want to be chill with you and they being chill with people that you consider the enemy and stuff, then it's like, hey, that's on them. And I honestly, I can't do nothing about it. So it's like, you just gotta leave. You just gotta let situations go and move on with your life, because that's honest. Like I said, it's like, to have a stress-free life, it's like, you gotta eliminate stress. And if that's causing stress in you, it's like, hey, do what you gotta do. So it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's crazy, but at the same time, it's like, hey, it is what it is. I'm like, you've done this before. You've cut off people before. If you got to cut off people again, then do what you got to do. It's like, it's going to be, a pain. Like, because the thing is, all the stuff that you've dealt with in school is most likely going to be things that you deal with in the real world too. There's going to be things that's confusing. There's going to be moments that hit you. There's going to be moments that make you laugh. Like, everything that you deal with in school is just gonna have a different title, but it's gonna have the same effect, the same feeling, all that stuff. So like, really, it's like, school ain't really, I guess, like, in a way, school does kind of like teach you the real world and stuff, but at the same time, they go about it all wrong. I'm like, they're sitting in quantum physics and stuff. I'm like, bro, all the jobs I've had, the cafe, and then, content creating, I've never once in my life had to look up. I never had quantum physics, but like stuff like science. I'm like, bro, what? Like, at least teach me some science that has something to do with, like, the body or freaking, it's gonna help me out in the long run. But I'm saying, or like history, I'm like, bro, it's like they teaching you about dead presidents. I'm like, look, only dead presidents I care about is the ones that I could go in the stores and use them to pay for things, okay? Like, and it's no disrespect to no dead presidents, but I'm just saying, like, they do things like that. I'm all like, bro, like, I'm telling y'all right now, to those that's in school, if you're wondering, is like all aspects of school in the real world and stuff? No, not all of them. Some of them, I feel like it's gonna have, like, the things that you deal with is gonna have the same effect, so you'll know how things feel, and you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, this kind of reminded me of the situation in school. And, it's either going to be a positive thing or a good, or positive or good, positive or negative thing. So, yeah, it's just one of those stuff you just got to, like, prepare for it and things. And, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, growing up, too, preparing for stuff. But, yeah, overall, there's going to be, not long story short, but, overall, that was the word I was trying to find. Overall, you just got to look at life and then, just kind of, not so much put in, like, have control, but put it in autopilot. Overall meaning, like, be in control of your life, but just be relaxed, on the way, to wherever your destination is at and stuff. So, but, yeah. And that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day with this episode. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode of the 100th season special. Thank you guys. And that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Why did I almost forget how to do my outro? I did it differently, and I'm all like, wait a minute, hold on, let me do this again. All right, hold on, sorry, let me do this again. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss, and make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. And also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and now $20 off your first purchase. There we go. Yeah, I like that outro a lot better. That's the OG outro, all right? So, anyways, and that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.